Hey gamers, if you're a fan of retro games, then you've come to the right place. In this video, we're diving into top 15 modern retro style games that you should play in this 2025. Whether you're into pixel art, epic chiptune music, or fast-paced action, there's something here for you. And I know some of you maybe disagree with the ranking, and that's okay. All I know, these games are amazing. Before we go into the list, I want to tell you about my favorite place to buy games, and that's Instant Gaming. Instant Gaming is an awesome site for grabbing games at great prices. Not only they always have fantastic discounts, but also they running giveaways you won't want to miss. Seriously, these deals are hard to beat. Where else are you gonna find prices this good? Why pay full price when you can grab the same game for way less, right? Yeah, you can shop for games on all kinds of platforms, like PC, PS5, Xbox, and the Nintendo Switch. No worries, it's 100% legit, fast, and super easy to use, and their support team is available 24/7. So what are you waiting for? Go check out your favorite games by using the link in the description below and start saving your cash with Instant Gaming. And by using my link, you're not just getting awesome deals, but also supporting this channel. Alright then, let's get back into the list. RaRa Boom is an upcoming retro beat-em-up that mixes cheerleading, explosive action, and a surprisingly emotional sci-fi story. You will play as a team of cyber cheerleaders fighting to take back Earth. It sounds wild, and it is, but the story also touches on surprisingly personal themes like grief, friendship, and emotional growth. One of the most innovative elements is the game's lane system, which helps make both melee and ranged combat more intuitive. With its August 12th release date set for PC, Xbox, and PlayStation, fans of action-packed co-op games have something great to look forward to. Space adventure Cobra, The Awakening is shaping up to be a dream come true for longtime fans of the cult classic manga and anime. Its stylish 2D side-scrolling gameplay, and with cybernetic arm, the Psycho Gun is his signature weapon, and if executed well in the presence of Armoroid Lady, only makes the package sweeter for fans of the original. Set for release on August 26, 2025, the game will be available across Xbox Series, PS5, Switch, and PC, which is great news for players across all platforms.
Whoa! Hey! What's happening now? We're under attack!
Cobra, I'm scared!
Don't worry, you can trust me.
GRADIUS Origins is exactly the kind of collection that gets me excited as a retro gaming enthusiast. The Konami and Limited Run Games have put together a stellar lineup of 6 classic arcade shooters, including GRADIUS 1, 2, and 3, Salamander 1 and 2, and Life Force. The series is legendary for its tight gameplay, memorable power-up system, and punishing difficulty, now made more accessible without losing its retro charm. Even better, they've included Salamander 3 for the first time on consoles, a fantastic bonus for longtime fans. If you love classic shoot-em-ups, GRADIUS Origins is an easy day one purchase. You can buy games in this 7th of August of 2025.
This looks like a job for the Toxic Crusaders.
The upcoming Toxic Crusaders game from Retroware is shaping up to be a must-play for fans of classic beat-em-ups and 90s nostalgia. This game perfectly captures the chaotic, over-the-top energy of the cartoon while delivering tight, satisfying combat that feels right at home. The combat seems fast, fluid, and full of satisfying mechanics like picking up enemies and hurling them into crowds or using environmental objects as weapons. The radiation meter is a fun addition too. Just smashing enemies and soaking in radioactive sludge powers you up until your hero glows like a neon nightmare, doubling your speed and damage.
Shove it, old man! We're the American Revolution!
One bite of that process.
Terminator 2D No Fate looks like the Terminator game I've been waiting for since the Sega Genesis days. As a huge fan of Terminator 2 Judgment Day, one of the greatest action movies ever made, the pixel art style is gorgeous, blending retro aesthetics with modern polish. The gameplay appears to mix Contra-style run-and-gun action brawler segments and even some Prince of Persia-like platforming. I love that the developers aren't just slavishly copying the film, they're adding original content, alternate endings, new levels, and extra narrative threads. If the final game keeps this variety while staying true to the movie's tone, it could be something special. Neon Inferno is a 2D side-scrolling action game with a mix of gallery shooter set in a neon light city playing as assassins for a crime syndicate known as the Family. Everything about Neon Inferno rocked, from the movement, shooting, music, pixel art, and mechanics of play. You can choose between two characters, Angelo Moreno or Mariana Vitti, with the only real difference being the amount of health or bullet time energy each has. The movement and shooting is smooth, able to fire in different directions as well as between the foreground or background. So far we're good. Definitely has a nice use of cyberpunk, combined with classic retro anime that makes you want to stop. Shadow Labyrinth is a Metroidvania game that takes a unique approach by blending classic Pac-Man elements with a darker, more modern sci-fi setting. The combat is described as solid, and the platforming is challenging with exciting boss fights that offer unique patterns and strategies. Still, I respect what Shadow Labyrinth is doing. It's a game that respects your intelligence and your patience, so if you're the kind of player who thrives on challenge, exploration, and cryptic storytelling, this might just be your next obsession. A Shinobi Art of Vengeance is shaping up to be everything I could want from a modern 2D action platformer. Tight controls, striking visual flair, and a combat system that feels as rewarding as it is ruthless. If the game truly captures that same fluid animation and striking visual flair, it could be one of the best looking 2D action games in years, but visuals alone don't make a great action game. It's all about how it plays. The game seems to prioritize tight controls, fast-paced combat, and satisfying mechanics. The idea of chaining combos, counterattacks, and Nimpo specials attacks sounds exhilarating. If you're looking for a modern retro-style game that blends Metal Slug's explosive chaos with Metroidvania exploration, Guns of Fury deserves a spot on your 2025 playlist. Set in a dystopian 2040s future, you're tasked with tracking down a missing scientist and a powerful energy source before a cartoonishly evil industrialist turns it into a doomsday weapon. While the Metroidvania elements aren't the game's strongest suit, fast travel, unlockable areas, and shops give the world some meaningful depth, even if you occasionally feel lost. It's the combat and level design, though, that make this game a standout. Marvel Cosmic Invasion looks like an absolute blast for fans of classic beat-em-ups and superhero action. I'm genuinely hyped. This game takes that same pixel-perfect side-scrolling action and injects it with the raw cosmic energy of the Marvel Universe. The cosmic swap mechanic is easily the most exciting feature. Being able to tag in a second hero for assists or full swaps adds a fresh layer of strategy to the brawler formula. The fact that each character has unique abilities, like Storm's weather attacks or Captain America's combo-heavy moves, makes team composition feel meaningful.
Accept defeat.
Replaced is shaping up to be one of the most compelling indie games on the horizon. From the moment I saw the first trailer, I was captivated by its gritty pixel art wrapped in a sleek 2.5D cyberpunk shell. The demo was split into 3 parts: combat, exploration, and the prologue. Right out the gate, what impressed me most was the atmosphere. This world feels alive, not just because of the art, which is jaw-droppingly beautiful, but because of how the visuals and storytelling interlock. If the full game maintains this level of polish and depth, it could easily be a contender for Indie Game of the Year. Project Warlock II is a worthy follow-up to the 2018 original, expanding on its predecessor's foundations with larger levels, more verticality, and a greater variety of weapons and enemies. It delivers satisfying gunplay and a nostalgic trip back to 90s style FPS action. The game introduces 3 unique protagonists, Palmer, Jerd, and Kirsten, each with distinct weapon loadouts and playstyles. The character progression is super fun. Weapon upgrades are meaningful, transforming standard boomsticks into death-dealing masterpieces. Combat is kinetic, crunchy, and immensely satisfying, especially when you're tearing through demon hordes in beautifully themed environments that range from hellish wastelands to ruined cities.
Insatiable guns, devastating spells, unchecked power.
Wizordum is a delightful love letter to the golden age of first-person shooters, blending retro aesthetics with fast-paced, magical combat. If you grew up playing games like Doom or Hexen, this game will instantly feel familiar. The game offers a fantastic mix of magical weapons, from rapid-fire frost rods to devastating explosive spells. The Frost Weaver is a personal favorite. Freezing enemies solid before shattering them with a follow-up attack never gets old. The 2 classes, Cleric and Sorceress, offer different playstyles, though I found myself gravitating toward the Sorceress for her ranged versatility. Ninja Gaiden Ragebound is everything I wanted from a modern take on the classic series, fast, fluid, and packed with razor-sharp action. Yet you will play as Kinji Mozu with the snarky Komori tied to his soul feels like a natural evolution of the franchise. The combat is so good. Slicing through demons with Kenji's katana or picking off enemies with Kumori's kunai is endlessly satisfying, especially when you start chaining together hypercharges and guillotine boosts. The game isn't just about combat either, exploring levels for secrets, tackling optional challenges, and replaying stages for higher scores add tons of replay value.
Okay, kid, you wanted the real deal?
The Precinct is a stylish top-down action game classic cop shows, old-school GTA, and high-octane car chases, all wrapped in a gorgeously grimy aesthetic. Gameplay strikes a great balance between on-foot arrests and adrenaline-pumping car pursuits. The driving mechanics are surprisingly satisfying, with a weighty feel that makes high-speed chases thrilling rather than frustrating. Whether I was chasing down a stolen muscle car or patrolling the streets for petty criminals, there was always something chaotic happening. Inferno City never lets up on the crime, and that's exactly what makes it fun.
Your father would have been proud of what you did today, Cordell.
Stop there. I seen a lot of kids come out of the academy all fired up about truth and justice and the American way, only to end up either on the take or in a casket.
And that's it for today. Those were lists the top 15 modern retro-style games that you should play in 2025. Got a hidden gem I didn't mention? Let me know in the comments below. And if you enjoyed this video or discovered a new title to add to your collection, feel free to like, subscribe, and turn on notifications so you'll never miss future content. So thank you for watching, and see you in the next video.